Alright, hey guys, my name is Shadow, and welcome back to some more Elite Dangerous. In fact, welcome back to part 2 of the Annihilator Anaconda series. I don't know, it's not really a series, it's just part 2 of this particular video. But anyways, we're here in a hazardous resource extraction site, and we're ready to test this thing out. So, before we actually start shooting, some of you guys commented that this thing doesn't actually need turrets, and in fact it would be better to go with gimbaled weapons. Maybe. I don't know. We're gonna find out. I was actually thinking of that because, as you might be noticing, this thing is kind of maneuverable, and yeah, maybe it doesn't actually need turrets. But I don't know, I just went with turrets because that's what I had initially started putting on the Anaconda, and then I just stuck with it. Anyways, let's blow up this clipper here and see how it does. Now, this build includes a fighter, and I'm using a Taipan with 2 fixed pulse lasers, and I just set that to engage at will pretty normally. So if you guys want to do that, you can. If you don't want to use a fighter, you don't really have to. It's not really necessary, but you know, it's a mechanic that this ship can use, and so I take advantage of that. Now that clipper went down pretty quick, and hopefully in this episode we're gonna get some bigger ships, something bigger than a clipper. But in the meantime, there's another clipper. Hopefully an Anaconda will show up pretty soon, and if it doesn't, well then, I'm just gonna relog until one shows up because we're blowing up an Anaconda in this episode. That's happening. Let's take out this clipper. Now, what I'm doing is I'm leaving all of my turrets on fire at will, so you can't actually fire them by pressing whatever fire button you have assigned to them. What I'm doing is I'm actually firing my multi-cannons at the target, and that will make them hostile. And once you have a hostile in range of turrets that are set on fire at will, your turrets will just start firing at it. So that's what I'm doing. That's how I'm getting my turrets to fire at it. Now, something else that you guys commented a lot in the last video was that I should be using bi-weave shields on this ship. And you know what? I hadn't really thought of that. I usually just go for the biggest shield generator that I can get, and you know, if I had access to prismatics, I might actually put those on here, but a lot of you guys were mentioning that the regen rate for bi-weave shields has been incredibly buffed. Now, my question to you guys is that regen rate still buffed when I have 7 shield boosters going on this ship, or is it better to just stick with this? Would you guys like to see a video about that? Would you guys like to see a video about regular shields versus bi-weave shields on this particular ship? And then someone else commented, is it better to use reinforced shields or thermal resistant shields? I don't know. Would you guys like to see a video where we test that stuff out? Maybe, I don't know, it could be the same video, it could be 2 separate videos. Let me know how you guys want to handle that, but I think that would be some pretty cool stuff to test out. So, while I'm just jabbing away here, this guy is not getting away, but we weren't really paying attention to taking him out, so I wasn't doing it like very efficiently or quickly or anything. I was just kind of shooting people and flying around talking. Anyways, let's get back to what we're actually doing in this video, well, which is pretty much just killing people. And not that we weren't doing that, but let's do it some more. So, let's take out this vulture, and let's do it as quickly as we can. Let's just fire all the weapons. How about that? Yes, firing all the weapons is good. Now, yeah, it does take the turrets like a couple seconds to track to where the target is, so I could see that gimbaled weapons would be an advantage over that sort of thing. But, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe we don't really need turrets with this. I could also see that gimbaled weapons would work fine because, as you guys can probably see, this ship doesn't really have a problem turning with the grade 5 dirty drive tuning. Turning? Yeah, no, not drive turning. Drive tuning. Grade 5 dirty drive tuning upgrade. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good on the turning rate and the acceleration and stuff. Yeah, it's definitely not the fastest ship in the game by any means, but I mean, you know, the max speed when we're at, you know, full engines here is 250 meters per second, and then when we do the boost, it's well over 300. I think it's actually 333 meters per second is what we get with this. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's take out this Asp Explorer, and I really want to do an Anaconda. Oh my gosh. So if an anaconda doesn't appear after we take out this Asp Explorer, I'm just going to relog several times until an anaconda appears, and we'll be taking out an anaconda. But in the meantime, as you can see, we're having no trouble dispatching anyone, and we've taken pretty much no shield damage. I mean, yeah. We have well over 3,000 shields. And the only problem with the turrets, you know, is when your adversary deploys chaff like that. And you really have no recourse. I mean, you can just go into your side panel thing here over in functions, and you can change turreted weapon mode to fire at will, or not fire at will, it's already on fire at will. You can change it to forward fire, and that makes your weapons fixed. But do we really want to do that? I don't know, you can if you want. I don't. I prefer just to wait until the chaff clears, because I mean, you're gonna kill the guy anyway. What's 3 seconds or whatever? I mean, it doesn't take 3 seconds, but whatever the amount of time is. So what? He's going to die in the end. I'll wait a couple seconds. It's not a big deal to me. So, yeah. Anyways, here is a nice Federal assault ship. We're gonna blow this guy up. I know I said I was gonna relog after the Asp, but yeah. Let's just take this guy out, and then I'll do it. And then I'll do it right after this guy. But you can pretty much see how quickly all of these beam lasers are taking down shields. I mean, that was like nothing. They might as well not have had shields. Not any of these ships that we've encountered so far may as well not have had shields. Yeah, they're just cutting right through them. And then all of these multi-cannons, yep, just taking hulls right down. And that one with the auto-loader is pretty nice, because it doesn't have to reload that often, like a full-on reload. And then when we need to maneuver a little bit more, we just put 4 pips in engines, and we can turn around pretty quickly. And if you need to maneuver quicker than that, then we just go flight assist off. But I find I don't really have to do flight assist off too much in this ship. So let's see, there's a Federal dropship over here. But we want to take out an anaconda. Oh, except it's right here. Well, it's so close, I just have to destroy it. If I had to fly halfway across the galaxy to destroy this thing, probably wouldn't be happening, but he's right here. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. And look, he might as well not have had shields. He's going to be dead in less than a minute. Now, when saying warning ship under attack, that usually is referring to your fighter being under attack. So, just that. Now sometimes what I've noticed is that when you launch the fighter, it will actually launch with hull damage. Now, I wasn't paying attention, I didn't notice if that's what happened this time. I can see that it's down to like 1 bar of hull. Maybe you guys noticed when we first started engaging that. I had already launched the fighter before I started the video, but I hadn't been in combat before that, so you know, if somebody wants to comment down in the thing and let me know if the fighter had damage when we started. Yeah, or if that ever happens to you guys. Does your fighter launch with damage? That's weird. What's up with that? Anyways, okay, so really no other ships around here right now. Let's go and relog a couple times, and then we'll fight some anacondas, because that's what we're doing. We're fighting large ships. We have to see this thing at its full effectiveness, so be right back. Okay, well, it's not quite an anaconda, but we do have a python up ahead, and that's something we haven't tested this out on yet, so let's go ahead and do it. Now, it's only a master rank, so it could be better, but we have not tried this out on a python, so let's try this out on a python. And we're already doing that, but dang, look at that. Taking that hull right down. That was probably, what, 20, 30 seconds? Something like that. Made very short work of it. Yeah, really no challenge there.
Scan detected.
But still no sign of an anaconda. So that was actually 2 relogs. So let's go do some more. Okay, I've relogged 3 or 4 times now. Still no sign of any anacondas. So yeah, that sucks. It likes to give me a lot of Imperial Clippers though. So let's take out another one of those just because we can. I guess we'll do that. Oh, that looked like a little bit of network lag there. Anyways, you may notice that we have a little bit of shield damage, and that's not actually from combat. That's because while I was flying around looking for an anaconda, I hit a big rock, and then a couple of ships ran into me, like cobras and stuff that were trying to scan me. So that was neat. We do have a couple of pythons. That one looks like a miner. Probably not going to get too much from him. But there is another one. Let's check that one out. And then there was a federal gunship. But sometimes those are miners also. This could be nothing. Yep, nope, that's nothing. Okay, let's check these gunships. So we haven't taken out a gunship with this yet. This one's heading right for us. That's probably something. Marcus Kane. Deadly federal gunship. All right, let's fire on him
Under attack.
and see what we've got.
Thermal attack. Gaining heat.
All right, the federal gunship's shields are lasting a little bit longer, and he's also launching a fighter. Not that that's really going to do anything. Now, we're about one ring of shields down. Now, if we get about the half of the second ring down, then it's probably time to use a shield cell. But as long as we're still here, you know, still got 2 rings of shields, we're pretty much fine.
Target conflict.
Nothing really can penetrate these shields on its own. So you really shouldn't worry too much about that. Just, you know, keep track of it and don't let them get completely down. Although if they do get completely down, I mean, you're probably still okay because it's also got about 3,000 hull. So, yeah, you're pretty much good. So here's another federal gunship. Not sure this one is aggressive. It looks like it wants to mine. Yeah, it is not. So, I think it's probably time for another round of relogs. All right, let's do this again. Oh my gosh, guys, I think we actually have one. Look at this. Isn't that a beautiful sight? It's only expert rank, but okay, it is an anaconda. It is certainly a wanted anaconda. Let's do this. Let's hit aggressive on the fighter. Let's target it. Oh, it's already targeted. And here we go. I'm not even gonna shield cell that damaged part of the shields. Let's just shoot him.
Under attack.
Now notice I'm not targeting any subsystems. I'm just gonna let my lasers do the work and take down his shields. Now again, it's only expert rank, but look at this. The shields are just going right down. Now I'm trying to keep him on the bottom of my ship because pretty much all of the turrets are on the bottom of the ship. There are 2 on the sides, but all the big ones, well, the big one, is on the bottom. So we want to keep the target oriented so that all of the guns can hit him. In fact, most of the guns on this ship are on the bottom, except the 2 class 3 ones that are on the top, but your class 4 hardpoint is on the bottom. So you do want to keep the target oriented towards the downside. That was cool. We finally took out an anaconda. All right. I bet we aren't going to get any more for this whole video. So, can we destroy this federal gunship? Maybe that'll be our last ship, because I really doubt we're going to get another anaconda. And yes, it is wanted. We can destroy this. Let's do it. Here it goes. Let's take him out. And he used chaff. Yep.
Target shields.
All right, there we go. Shields down. And we will just shred that hull apart with multi-cannons that are reloading at really inconvenient times. And okay, we've actually gone a little bit past where I like to use the shield cell because I wasn't paying attention. So what we'll do is we'll take this guy out, and then we will pop 1 shield cell, and oh, I guess he was in, oh no, that was his fighter. Okay, I thought he was in a wing, but he was not. All right. So we have no further ships that are really gonna, you know, test anything major. So let's just stop, and then we'll use 2 shield cells and a heatsink and see how much shields that actually recharges, because this is a pretty good opportunity to test that. So here we go. Shield cell number 1.
Warning. Temperature critical. Warning.
And then shield cell number 2 and a heatsink. Now it seemed like our heat only got up to about 120% or so there, and that looks like it restored just about 1 ring of shields, so not too bad, and we're pretty shiny right now. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, where's all this light coming from? That's really weird. I don't think I've ever had that happen before. What just happened? Let me know what just happened down in the comments. Why did we just become shiny? anyways, let's see how much damage that actually did. So, okay, 98%. Let's just see what our lowest thing is here. So it looks like everything's pretty much 99, 98%. Life support is 96%. Cargo hatch is at 94%. That's usually the thing that's at the lowest, and that's my phone going off. Sorry about that. And okay, yeah, so looks like we did not actually take too much damage from using 2 shield cells at one time with a heatsink. So guys, that is going to conclude this video. So cool. Guys, let me know what you thought down in the comments. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it. Also, feel free to share this video on social media. That's a new thing I'm going to say at the end of the videos. Yeah, so that is all for this video, guys. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.